Chapter 4. The Levantide. Simone holds the map up to the last of the firelight, her hand shaking so hard the ink blurs as she stares at her brother. You knew this place was here. You knew before the wreck, before the trip, before any of it. Her voice breaks on the last word, and the map trembles in her grip. You wrecked the boat, Grant? You marooned us here on purpose? Grant doesn't move. The whole group has gone dead silent around the gathering fire. I can't tell you that. Damn it, man. Dean shoves between Grant and the rest of you, fist ball at his sides. Should have known something was wrong about you from the second you crawled out of those bushes. Dean. Don't deem me. You ruined us. You almost got us all killed. He takes a step forward, weight shifting onto his back foot. You know that swing is coming. You get a hand flat on Dean's chest, shoving back a step before his fist connects. Dean, don't. We need him to talk. You can't do that with a broken jaw. Dean's chest heaves under your hand, but he stops pushing forward. He glares at Grant. You gotta tell us everything. I will. His eyes flash to you. Thank you, River. I can do it for you. That's it because everyone has a right to hear what you have to say. Grant takes something out of his back pocket. He holds up a worn photograph. The bride and groom stand in old-fashioned wedding clothes, the print soft and creased from years of handling. That's my great aunt. She came to this manor for her wedding 50 years ago. She never came home. I found her letters when I was a kid, the invitation, and he gave me notice in a newspaper. Everyone told me she drowned or ran off, or died in some accident. I never believed it. He touches the edges. He touches the edge of the photo, careful, like it might crumble under his fingers. So my whole life certain she survived something impossible here, and I couldn't let it go. She means a lot to you, huh? I grew up on her letters. I knew her face before I knew my own cousins. She was my grandmother's little sister, the wild one, the troublemaker of the family. I just always felt inspired by her, I guess. Simone stares at the photograph, at the pieces I drop into place one by one. The way you've been acting in the past few months, the books, the trips she took alone, the way you always changed the subject when I asked. It was this. You were playing for this. Why didn't you tell me, Grant? Why'd you keep it from me? Simone, you don't trust me? Or is it that I'm expendable to you? We all are? Her voice breaks, cracking into 1,000 pieces. I didn't avenge you, Grant. Everyone thought you were dead. I wouldn't let them give up hope. I didn't notice you acting weird, and everyone did, Grant. I told them to trust you. Grant's composure cracks for the first time all night, his voice splitting down the middle. I told you clear of this because I didn't want you to get sucked into it like I already was, Simone. This deception has eaten me alive since I was 10 years old. You're the one thing it couldn't be allowed to touch. So instead, you dragged me onto a boat you sabotaged. He just shakes his head, running a hand over his face. I didn't wreck the yacht. I loosened the engine and left the forced repair shop a few hours ashore. That's all it was supposed to be. And the storm hit, and my small, selfish plan turned into the thing that nearly drowned every one of you. A few hours? We went out starving, right here starving, and running from lizards for a full day because you wanted a layover? I know exactly what it turned into, and I'm far beneath your feet. The mountain stirs. A low grinding shudder goes up to the terrace stone inside the ballroom. The chandelier shiver. Dust sifts down the manners eaves. The tremor holds, then eases to a hum you feel in your teeth. The volcano's waking up. Boy, the volcano is waking up. The ember idol in your pocket turns searing hot, humming hard in time with the shudder underfoot. Take it out, passing it from hand to hand so that it doesn't burn you. Wait, it's moving. You watch in awe as the amber lion gets up from its haunches, turns on your palm, then freezes again. One front paw lifted, his body a straight line. It's pointing directly away from the volcano. Guys, go on. Go, go, go. The good doesn't need telling twice. Grabbing their supplies and spread it into the lagoon, leaving the mystery man behind. You crash through the jungle together, vines whipping across your faces, underbrush tramped in your wake. Does anyone know if you've been going the right way? We are. We'll make it back to shore in 15 minutes. But the guy's still pinned on the rocks. Can't just swim off this island themselves and drown. The dynamite! Grant, River, you said you found dynamite. Alright, that's our best bet. This way. Grant routes, and you all follow. Volcanoes glow, growing brighter behind you. You cut back to Raptor country, emerging at the clear face already followed Grant to once. How the heck do we get down to the cave entrance though? There's a path. Follow me. Of course there is. You knew it all along. One by one, you follow Grant down a narrow pathway, nearly swallowed by foliage. You're walking with one foot in front of the other. Halfway down the rock wall, you steady yourself on, change under your palms, turning warm, then hot. Guys, do you feel that? The volcano runs under the entire island. It's getting close to erupting. Oh my god, this vacation totally blows. A evolved volcanic vent suddenly splits the stone and underbrush beside the path, belching up steam. Everyone, keep moving, quickly. But as you pass the vent, you spot something wedged into the rock, something glowing. At the same time, the compass in your pocket starts vibrating. You take it out and find a needle pointing straight at the glowing object. Hang on, there's something here. You cautiously approach the vent, making out a shard of something that looks like either glass or gemstone. It glows brighter the closer you get, where the compass vibrates harder. Needle still aimed right at the shard. Your fingers close around the shard and it's cold, an immediate bomb to the vent's hot steam. Whoa. You pull, and it comes away easily, glittering, humming faintly in your palm. It's like it wanted to come with me. You tuck the crystal into your pack, where it hums against your spine like a held breath as you hurry after your friends. The carved tunnel mouth greasy at the bottom of the cliff, pirate and craftery scoured deep into the stone around the black opening. Follow me, and the way to the cache. Dean plants himself square in front of Grant, arms crossed. I'm following the guy who marooned us into a hole in the ground. Absolutely not. I know where I'm going. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, because this whole time we go in places on our backs. There's no time for this, I'm going in. I don't care who leaves, everyone inside right now. You forge through the entrance, you scream of footsteps as your friends all follow. Your footsteps echo off stone, somebody carved by hand centuries ago. Roxy squints, symbols hacked into the stone. Skulls, a compass rose, a ship on crossbones. I'd like to file a formal complaint about the decor. 1 star. Roy, you don't like the random sticks of dynamite laying around? He motions down a bundle of 3 sticks fastened together, lying on the ground like they've been dropped there. Well, that's what we're looking for. Getting close. This way. Grant strides past it toward a fork, then starts down the right passage, but Dean stops. What's down the other way? It doesn't matter. Grant's right. We need to get... But you start to follow Grant, only for the compass in your pocket to start humming more violently than it did at the volcano vent earlier. What does this thing want now? Take it out. The needle strains hard down the passage to the left. Your compass. It wants us to go the other way. Let's follow my compass. And with you and your compass. Dean plunges down the leftward tunnel, and you all follow, Grant grumbling. Small lifts a torch toward the walls. The carvings getting even more intricate than they once were. There's history down here. I wonder if there's any sign. I wonder if any of this can tell us about the origins of the island. What does it say, sign? I know this tickles your geek gene and all. I know this tickles your geek gene and all, but we don't really have time for history lessons, no. Even as he says it, Roxy gestures to a section of the wall where the carvings are different. Instead of skulls and bones, there are names scratched through the rock, A-list, as though left by people who wanted their traces to be discovered one day. All these people stood right here. Did they end up trapped here like we did? Was the shore on the island they didn't even know was here? You read the names aloud. Try and imagine the faces they belong to. Clemens Jones, Ellis Thompson, Ames Thompson, Francis Davy, Finley Clark. They must have been terrified. I wonder how they fared against the Raptors. Don't, River. That's just making me more scared for us. The corridor opens into a vast chamber. The walls lined with jagged crystals. The inner is filled with signs of human activity. Whoa, check out his sword. Dean lifts an old sword, notched from use, grinning like a kid in a toy shop. Be careful with that. It's a pirate's cutlass. Wait, so can you date and this stuff? Give us an idea of when these things were left here. Oh, yeah, then we can get an idea of how long people have been wound up on this island. Well, cutlasses were in use as early as the 17th century, so the 1600s. And those names on the wall earlier, I say they were from around the 1700s. It's so long ago. This island's been trapping people for centuries. Look on the bright side. Haven't found any zombies yet. Roxy kneels down in a corner, where a collection of items that looks to be roughly the same age lie loosely scattered. Look at this. It looks like a family was here. Toys, games. Like there was a kid. Pick up the toy, the wheels clattering slightly. On the other side of the carved wooden horse, you can just make out a name. Thomas Brooks. Looking closer, you realize there are teeth marks all over the toy, signs of a bored or hungry child. How could a family have taken care of a child there, and how did the story end? A deeper in, Simone kneels over the flat stone where a pipe-bearing table is scratched into the rock. It was the same stubborn inland heading that I found in the last charts. She looks over her shoulder at Brother uneasily. You're not the only person who believes that you can find something here, Grant. But how did the island lure everyone else? Does anyone know what the hell this thing is? Roxy standing over a small, thin plastic brick on the ground. It's pink and carved in cracks. In the world, I've never seen this before. Is it like some sort of cassette player? It's way too thin. You can't fit a cassette in there. A disposable camera? Still way too thin. Looks like some kind of alien technology. It's all sleek and weird. I'm gonna pick it up. Pick up the strange plastic block, which is cool to the touch. Immediately lights up in your hands. The screen is warped by a spider web of cracks. What's it doing? It looks like you need to enter a passcode? For what? To use it, I guess? Try a combination. You hesitantly bring your fingers up to the cracked surface, not seeing any way to press down on any of the numbers displayed there. But as soon as your index finger touches the 1, a black dot shows up on the top of the screen. It's doing something. Hit another number. You hit the 2, then 1 again, then 6, then 10 to hit another number after, but the brick vibrates in your hand and you drop it. Please don't explode. Roxy leans down over the strange object, examining it. I think you gave the wrong password. It's making you start again. Okay, I'm convinced. This island is in some weird time warp, and this thing's from the future. You all trade looks. A shiver running into your group. Grant finally breaks the silence with impatience. Go on, let's keep going. We need to find that dynamite. You emerge into a damp cavern. The smell of sulfur salted your nose. That's it. That's the dynamite. Motor load, dragon sword, jackpot. Dean sprints toward the moldy crates in the corner, the rest of you hot on his heels. It's really here. Dean pries the lid loose and loads sticks into a satchel like he's bagging trophies at a country fair. The one still in the middle. It's still dry. You smell haul the lid off and then straight over, tossing out soggy sticks till you find ones in pristine shape. Put them in my bag. Grant? Rossi's voice is loud, but echoes in the chamber, drawing your attention. She's staring at Grant, who isn't with the rest of the group. Each across the chamber, standing in front of a vast garbage doorway, flames of molten glow running through the stone. Grant, what are you... He turns it back to the sound of Simone's voice, but his eyes are all wrong, blank, empty. His voice comes out all wrong. Familiar, but also laced you with a tone, with a language you don't understand. The answers, they're right here. Grant, what's going on? Grant turns back to the door, tipping his head back to look up at it. I dreamed about a door like this since I was 10. Smaller than I imagined, and bigger. We're not here for that spooky door, man. We're here for the powder. And a compass needle in your pocket strains toward it like it wants to grab your hand. Okay, fuck you. Grant lifts a hand, fingers drifting up toward the glowing doorway that they aren't his to control. Grant, don't. Sprinting across the chamber, reaching out, fingers straining. You just know that if Grant touches the doorway, something terrible will happen. Grant, no. You close your fingers around his wrist, but you're too late. His palm lies flat in the doorway. Finally. A deep grinding shudder rolls up through the rock, dust raining from the ceiling. The chamber starts coming apart around you. Grant stumbles back from the doorway. His eyes clear, looking confused. Watch this. Everyone, grab as much dynamite as you can and run. This place is coming down. You yank Grant away from the wall, tugging him until he's running alongside you. Hurry. He sprints back through the tunnels, pockets and packs bulging with dynamite, the walls raining pebbles and stones down to your heads. Suddenly, the ground behind you splits, a gaping chasm opening up. Rossi loses her footing on the lip of a black gap. Help! Grant whirls around, watching her in horror, dynamite slipping out of his hands, completely unaware of the chunk of stone falling from the ceiling toward him. You slam to Grant, dive out from under the fallen stone. Move! The slab shatters across the ground where he was rolling a second ago. River, just run. You sprint toward the exit, Dean Simone pulling Roxy by the arms. You fight out into the screaming night. You fight out into the screaming night. You fight out into screaming night as the tunnel mouth folds in behind you. Charges intact, dust billowing over you. Do we have everyone? Oh yeah, we have the dynamite. To the beach, now. You break from the tree line onto the beach, the volcano growling, smoke behind you, the yacht pinned to the rocks ahead of you. Fasten the dynamite to the rocks however you can. Rope, cord, fabric, doesn't matter. You all slosh to the surface. You end up beside Simone, hauling a bundle of dynamite out of her pack as she unspools the length of rope. You place our tie. Sounds good. All around, your friends are doing the same. Everyone tries to look at the volcano, with the ever-thickening smoke billowing out of its peak. You saw the lighter. I do. So turn the light. A screech comes from the underbrush, and a second later, leaves fly as dark shapes dart out. Dragon pack burst from the trees, spreading wide as they sprint toward the water. You're coming too fast. She's right. The Raptors sprint across the sand. They'll be on you in seconds before Dean has a chance of lighting dynamite. I have to drag them back and buy due time. Consequences. Consequences from chapter 1. Choosing either the flare, the tools, or the MRV food. And we chose the food. So we came and okay. He starts to torch out Simone's hands and run toward the approaching raptors. Your friend screams coming behind you. What are you doing? Here, stop. You're putting your feet into the sand, square your body, and swing the torch in a wide worn arc. The raptors flinch from the flame, jaw snapping, panic shrieks splitting through their teeth. The pack scatters back toward the tree line, and you shout over your shoulder at Dean. Light up, Dean. Light up, Dean. Just did. I broke the rocks. Your friends draw themselves off the rocks, splashing back to the surf toward the beach. Get down. You duck behind a low dune, urging your friends faster, watching sparks diffuse, go closer and closer to the base of the dynamite. Join an arm over Roxy and pull her flat against the sand. You got sand in my mouth. In your mouth or in the pieces of your blown up body. Take a pick, Rox. Mouth. Obviously mouth. Dynamite explodes, bundle after bundle, blowing a current of sand and rocks into the sky. Raptors scattered back into the trees, leaving fighters behind to flee. They're gone. But the boat's not free yet. The hull groans, the front of it dipping toward the water, back half still trapped by craggy rocks. Another round dynamite. Go, go, go. The goo throws itself at the make or break work, bowing rumbling low behind the bench. The beach. And there's a blast that rocks. The beach. The hull splashes into the water. Right on. She's loose. The water's still trapped by the rocks. I'll handle that. Dress you. Get on board and get her ready to sail. You all stampede onto the deck, Simone shouting orders at the top of her lungs. Dean, can you blast away the rocks and find the boat? Roxy, that gear won't last itself. I'll set our heading. Move, people. Look around at your friends, deciding where to drill in to get you away from the island faster. Roxy's already up, resting a coil of rope around salvage crates when you hurry over to her. I'll help you secure stuff. Get over here. I need somebody holding this load while I tie it down. You scramble over loose supplies and brace the crates while she knots the line like she's furious at it. Okay, steady. There's just 1 inch. I'm drawing you overboard with it. Charming. She shoots you a feral grin. No time to be charming when you're trying to escape. No time to be charming when you're trying to outrace a eruptive volcano. Her hair's gone wild. Her nails snapped to nothing, and for once she doesn't have a single word about how any of it looks. Roxy, Phil suits you. It really suits you. Wild hair, broken nose, rolling around a sinking boat. It's your best looks, Rock. Excuse you. Every look is my best look. Sure, but this was my favorite. She stops mid-knot, roping her fist, and doesn't make. She stops mid-knot, roping her fist, and doesn't quite fight the smile. Careful, Say things like that and I'll stop believing you. She thinks the next... Yeah, not... I can't read. I can't read. She yanks the next knot tight and then stares down at her work, like she's only just processing that she did it. Like she's only just processing that she did it. I can't read tonight. Wow. Yeah, all those cheerleading muscles are a shortcut on Andy. But Roxy doesn't smile. Her brows furrowed. A troubled expression doesn't sit right for the moment. Rox? You know what's crazy with her? I think we'll be using our time better if you just tell me. She looks at you. No makeup, no fancy hairstyle, no perfume. You see, and honestly, she really shows in her eyes. I spent my whole life being handed things. Never earned a single one of them. But here on this island, I feel like I earned my survival. You did. No one can argue with that. But they will. When we get back, nobody think I was a hero or did anything to help. So tired of being seen as someone who gets everything given to her. I'm tired of being seen as dead weight. Then she stops, the line still gripped in both fists, and looks at you like it costs everything. Roxy, I see how amazing you are. You reach over and take the rope out of her hands, curling your fingers into hers. You're an absolutely incredible, badass woman, Roxanne. Yo, don't use my real name. Why? Just as badass as the rest of you. You brush dirt off her cheek that's been lingering there for who knows how long. You're a bona fide survivor, and damn if that isn't your best look to date. I can't wait to apply makeup again. I still can't wait to apply makeup again. The deck pitches under a swell, and she grabs your arm to steady herself. Eyes bright and stripped of every mask. We're really going home, aren't we? Really? She holds there, close enough to share breath, the gear half tied and the surf pitching against the hull. Take hold of her face and kiss her on the pitching deck. Is held on both your mouths. She kisses you back and laughs, smearing the wet off your face. Hey, don't distract me. We have work to do. Can't help it. You're distracting my nature. She gives you another quick but fiery kiss and presses the rope into your hands. Then you better finish this off of me. You lash off the final knot, cinch it tight, and shout out the orders. Everything's secure. Now let's get moving already. No. You rest your tired body cheering your friends on as they frantically race against the volcano. You got this, guys. You scrambles from the deck, ground charge blows, and the hull flows free of his prison. She's floating. She's actually floating. Oh my god, we're going home. About the waterline, Grant hangs back, surf blowing at his ankles, and no move to follow. Grant, get on the boat. Someone's halfway over the rail, one arm stretched toward a brother who won't come. In the background, the volcano spurts its first streams of lava. Grant, move. You're not doing the dramatic thing right now. Quit the major act and get your ass on board, you absolute lunatic. Grant just looks up at all of you, hauled out and strangely calm. You can't go back and face what I did. You are better off leaving me to the island. I got your summit to reach. Grant, stop being stupid. There isn't time. The mountain shudders and the crystal in your pack flips, searing cold. You pull it out now. It's doing something. What did you do? Time has gone still around the two of you. The ocean motionless, spray flecked midair. Your friend's frozen mid-shout on the deck. Grant, get your ass on board right now. Magic Rock is literally stopping time for you. Something loose in Grant, and his voice comes low and raw, eyes fixed on the crystal. Never meant for any of it to go this far. I trade every answer buried on this island to take back what the storm did to you. What the hell are you talking about? Get over here. You should leave me here. I'm scared I could go with you. Challenge just put me back anyway. Land's already got me anyway. It's had me since I was 10 years old. I think I was always meant to end up here. Turns his head toward his smoky mountain, like it's calling his name. I can feel it inside of me, and I have felt even stronger since the water took me. It won't let go. He looks back at you, and his eyes have gone dark, far away. I remember the thing dragging me under. The door closed over my head. There is a hole, nothing, till I stumbled back into your camp. I don't know what happened to that gap, but I think it's when the island tightened its leash. I don't think I could leave even if I wanted to. Just take care of Simone for me. The pocket of time collapses. Your friend's shouts crash back into the air. The sea spray finishes falling. Grant, don't be insane. Get in the boat, please. But Grant turns away from the boat, turns toward the erupting volcano. He hears Simone's voice breaks clean in half. Your high relationship with Grant made you save him. You jump over the side of the yacht, splashing down into the surf. Grant turns back and in surprise, sees slosh away toward him. Ever, what do you... You grab his arm, you grip iron tight. The island doesn't get you twice. It took you once and it spat you out. That means you're ours now. You start dragging him, and you feel him dig his heels in. You don't understand. I understand your sisters, they're begging not to lose you. Grant, please. The ground heaves, a crack rips across the beach, and a volcano belches a gray spew of little red. Grant! You ass up here, man. Grant wavers, and as the sand splits open beneath him, he dives into the surf after the boat. Yes! He's coming. Draw the line. Simone and Dean haul the rope overboard, and you only grab hold of after you see Grant do the same. Pulls up. You finish drag the two of you up, and you crash over the rail onto the deck, soaked and gasping. Simone crushes her brother into a hug. You idiot! You absolute idiot! Whoever! Through her tears, he looks at you. Thank you, Rivet. You saved them. The crew that survives on impossible island together has to stay together. The whole group travels the salt, wet rail, exhausted but alive, watching the island grow smaller. Smoke stains the sky. Our place? Nobody will believe us. I could stand in front of the whole world and tell exactly what happened out there, or out here, and they wouldn't buy a thing. But it's not tell anyone else. Don't just alert anyone else in. Seriously, it's one of those things I would happily take to my grave. Especially now that my grave isn't at the closet of some dinosaurs. Usually I want answers, but this time I'm happy to leave things as they are, and hopefully forget about them. Roxy slides her hand into yours, broken nails and all, and doesn't let go. I look incredible for someone who almost died 4 separate times today. You really do. Don't tell anyone I held your hand. I have a reputation. The volcano's growl fades, the smoke in the air seeming to dissipate, as though the mountain never started erupting. The wild green shore slides under the horizon, and blue and red lights flicker one last time. You turn toward open water, and a needle in your pocket, for the first time all summer, has stopped pointing back. Endless Summer First Tide has every book, like a book in churches, has been a labor of love. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for the wild and enduring ride. It's been an honor making stories with heart for you, our Treasures team, past and present. See, it was a fine book. I would hope it would be longer. I was hoping it would be longer. I was hoping it would be much longer. I was hoping it would be so much longer. Like, as long as this book. 16 chapters, and there's 3 fucking books to it. You couldn't just do 1 full book of that shit? That's why I didn't say anything. I was pissed off when I found out that this is the last fucking chapter. That's the last fucking chapter. I was pissed. And this one is still on hiatus. But I was gonna be reading that book every Wednesday until Scream For Me want to come out, and then in the meantime, while waiting for next Wednesday or whenever Scream For Me wants to come the fuck out, going back and forth between this and a book I said I would never touch ever fucking again. But that was it. That was it. 4 fucking chapters. It was okay, but 4 chapters. I'm gonna take this mic. I have it on the top of my lens, and it was kind of bugging me. But you know what? I can still see, so I didn't say or do anything about it. But 4 chapters. I know it says the first tide. So what is it gonna do? A second tide? A third tide? A fourth tide? Is it all gonna be 4 chapters long? How long are you gonna wait for the second tide? Choices does this thing where it asks you to do surveys, and like if there's any books that you liked and would like to see like another like a book, another addition to it, like another book or something like the book, and I said Endless Summer. Either a continuation of it, a book like it, or one that's like, you know, Endless Summer, but instead of a summer, like Endless Winter or something, you know? So, lo and behold, Endless Summer first time. Like, yes, more Endless Summer. And at first I was like, who the fuck are these people? I was like, you know what, I'll get over it. It's fine. Then I was getting into it. Then now it's over. Really? Can we get an Endless Winter? I want to see how that would be. I want to see how that would be. The fuck? The fuck? Not spring, not fall, because, you know, the most dramatic weather is in, you know, summer. Winter. Heat waves. That should be over because we're nearing September. Please. Thank God, please. And blizzards. And winter. Like, I wanted that. We got this. I said, okay, fine. Cool. I'll ride this out. It's over. It's over. And now I'm upset. You barely get any time with a love interest that you choose. By the way. If you fucking notice that. Like, barely anything. Maybe like 2 plus 4 chapters, 2 scenes to smooch with Roxy, and then what? We ended by like holding her hand and just gazing out over the ocean. Really? This makes me wish I read Immortal Desires. This makes me wish I read Immortal Desires instead. Just gather more diamonds for this chapter, so I can, I don't know, make it longer and help, help the others on the bow, or no. They would love my ass. You know what? Goodbye. Go fucking bye.